We're counting down our top 10 favorite returning food offerings for Epcot's Festival of the Arts 2024.
Let's rank.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
And you are watching The Theme Park Foodies, and we're back at Epcot's Festival of the Arts for the year 2024. On opening day, we tried a bunch of new food, and now we're counting down our top 10 returning favorites. Sam, I'm excited. There's so many things we want to eat that I actually think we're lying a bit, because there might actually be about 12 things on this list, right?
It's super cold out, and there are some things on this list that I'm really looking forward to because they're great for the chilly weather.
Yeah. We won't bring them up just yet because we don't want to give away what they are, but if you're aware of Festival of the Arts, I'm sure you could realize a few things that may or may not be on this list. Our first one actually takes us over to Figment's Inspiration Station. Are you ready to head over, Sam? Because I'm starving.
I'm always ready to see Figment.
All right, if you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. Join us while we count down our favorite returning foods here at Epcot's Festival of the Arts. For all of our new subscribers who haven't seen our countdown videos before, we usually try each item as we rank it because theme park food can be inconsistent. All right, so our first item is actually 3 items. I used my imagination to imagine that the number 3 is actually the number 10. So number 10 is pretty much anything you can get over at the Odyssey, which is Figment's Inspiration Station. This is where you can get that really cool popcorn bucket that we have an ongoing giveaway for. You just need to go to the opening day video and write something that you saw in that video or something that's on the menu that you want to try out. So if you want to join that giveaway, just jump on the comments over here. And we had gotten the Pop-Tart, the cake, and the Figment grape smoothie. Everything's brought to you by Skittles, so they do have these freeze-dried Skittles right here on top. What is the Pop-Tart's flavor, Sam?
It's blueberry. I mean, and this is Figment's festival, so I felt like he had to be represented on this list.
Yeah, the blueberry's good. The grape shake I questioned last year, but it's actually pretty good, and I feel like I couldn't just pick one. I mean, you know, I promise this is actually the last booth we're going to do this for. Everything else is just going to be a single item from a booth.
Sure. It's really good. It's a sugar cookie, and I feel like these have more filling than the Woody's lunchbox tarts, which I still love Woody's, but much more filling. A nice tart blueberry filling, nice icing, nice sugar cookie. It's nice and soft. The inside is gooey. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yeah, that's pretty solid, and I don't think anything here is particularly gourmet, which is why it went on the number 10 slot. But I mean, for Festival of the Arts, you have to visit Figment's own building, his own booth. So
he would eat this. Like he would eat freeze-dried Skittles, in my opinion.
Now I'm gonna try the cake out. It's obviously a rainbow cake. Rainbow being one of the prominent motifs of the festival. Has freeze-dried Skittles on top. What flavor is this? Do we know?
I think it's just like vanilla. Like I know the colors aren't flavored. It's just all one. Okay. I think it's just like buttercream.
Yeah, you're right. Just a buttercream flavor. Let's try a little bit more of that.
It is huge, though.
Yeah.
I feel like it looks even bigger than it did previously.
Might be a controversial opinion. I really like freeze-dried Skittles more than I think like normal Skittles.
Yeah, they're a very unique texture.
They just like fall apart in your mouth. Yeah. Not chewy at all. It's solid. I think the Pop-Tart's better, but I still think this is good. It's very moist in the center. Great layers. It's a good cake, and then buttercreamy, vanilla-based flavor. So don't expect like a rainbow cake-based flavor. I would give it a 7. It's moist, delicious, beautiful interior decor, right? Too, as you're eating this stuff. So
Instagrammable.
Yes. Okay, so we had to get, I should say, the grape smoothie. Figment's face. You actually get a souvenir little cup on this, and you can see his back and his front. Let's try it out.
I remember it kind of reminding me of like cough medicine, but I also liked it.
It's like delicious Benadryl.
Or Robitussin. I love the cup. We have it proudly displayed in our living room.
Now, if you don't like grape, do not get this. This is very grape forward. I like it. I feel like grape is an undervalued flavor, but It does taste a little bit.
Grape always has a medicinal flavor because they use it for so many medicines.
Spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down, though, right? Or helps the medicine go down. I'll give this a 7. I think everything's a 7. Nothing is gourmet. Nothing is like amazing. I think the other stuff is going to taste a bit better. But I think what elevates this stuff, and I think the 7s that we gave, a lot of it is based off of the interior and the fact that Figment is the icon of this festival, and you're kind of immersed in like that Figment environment at the Odyssey. So maybe we'll try to ride his ride later. The Odyssey does participate in the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. We actually got a punch for the blueberry-filled pastry tart. Our other punch is from the day we had all the new food. And you can get, if you get multiple items, you can actually get multiple punches of the same thing. We're going to try to complete this today. All right, so number 9 takes us actually right near the Odyssey. It's Deconstructed Dish. These are like deconstructed dishes that you kind of put together yourself. They actually have the key lime pie here, which is on the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. And one of our subscribers suggested we try the deconstructed mint julep. We haven't had that yet today, some things we've had previously, and this is the deconstructed BLT. It's a favorite every single year. It consists of pork belly, onion, bread pudding, water, cress, apuma, and tomato jam. So that's definitely the onion bread pudding. This is the pork belly. It's got some mustard seed on top. I guess that's the apuma. And look, hidden Mickey.
I like the concept of this booth.
People love it, so I feel like we had to put it a little bit higher.
I know a lot of people like the deconstructed key lime pie, but I think that there's some other desserts on our list that I just think are a little bit better.
All right, so we got to put this together. So
you got to work for this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna dip it in the apuma. All right, let's try it out. That's a good cut of pork belly. Onion, good onion flavor from the jam. A little sweetness, a little carby too. I don't know. I have to taste this on its own. I don't know what flavor this is. The onion overpowers a lot. Very creamy. I don't know what that is though. It's good. I would still stick to 7 with this. I think it's a bit more elevated than what we had previously, and I think it fits being a 9. If you guys can hear that, that's actually test track going by. We're right near test track, so it gets very loud. Yeah, I think it's good. I'm excited to hear what you think, Sam, because you haven't had this in quite a while, right?
Right.
All right, Sam, what do you think?
I really like the pork. It's really good. I would go 8.
You go 8? Yeah, the pork is very tender and juicy.
I like the crispy top. And this espuma, this is a vegetable foam. That's a creative take on the dish. I for creativity and taste, I have to go 8.
It does feel a bit elevated as well. All right, so number 8 takes us over to Canada and Gourmet Landscapes. This is the mushroom risotto. It's actually vegan, right?
Yes, and it's a wild mushroom risotto with truffle shavings and a Zinfandel reduction.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed this in previous years. I have had times where it's been a bit al dente, so a little bit too rough or not cooked enough. I do think that in hindsight, the deconstructed BLT does look a bit nicer. This doesn't look as good as it has in previous years to me.
It doesn't, and I will say also I think the price is high for this one considering there's no protein.
Yeah, it's $9. They also have a bone marrow here that people went crazy for last year. Let's see how it is. I've always liked the sharp flavors though, the mushroom flavor. I'm not sure if it has been vegan in previous years. I've always gotten like a nice sharp, I feel like Parmesan flavor from it.
Yeah, it does have a strong Parmesan flavor.
It says no milk, eggs, or dairy on the sign though, so I just think they must be using...
It's a little tough today. It's not as soft as I would like it. I do like the flavor though. I like the earthiness of the mushrooms, and I do like the Parmesan. And I do think it's like a comforting food to have on a cold day. But this is one of those dishes that I feel like can be hit or miss. Like the way it's prepared definitely kind of affects, the ranking. So for today, I'm gonna give it a 5. But it's still a dish that I like. I'm not.
Yeah, I think in hindsight, I would put that deconstructed BLT above this. I do want to say that we have had better iterations of this previously. I think one of the reasons it ranks at 8 for us is it's like a comfort food. I think with this being, or January being one of the colder months here at Walt Disney World, something like a hot mushroom risotto really does feel comforting. I think our number 7 is pretty comforting too. All right, so number 7 takes us to Pop Eats and another cop out. This is probably one of the most popular items at this festival. It comes with a souvenir can. It is the tomato soup with grilled cheese. Now, I feel like it's going to be a little controversial if this isn't a bit higher on our list, but at the end of the day, it is grilled cheese. I do think the pimento one, to me, is a little bit better. Sam is going to try out the standard. I will try out the pimento, and we were able to get 2 punches on our wonderful walk of colorful cuisine, so we only need 1 more punch to be able to get our completer item. All right, Sam, let's try it out. We've been excited for this all season.
Yours looks so much better, and yours looks like different bread, doesn't it?
It's got a fried green tomato on it, some pimento. Yours looks standard.
Yeah, mine looks fine. I mean, it's still gonna hit. It's a really cool day. There's nothing like tomato soup and grilled cheese, and I feel like this item has just become like synonymous with this festival. Like,
I think it's cool because it comes with a souvenir cup. The reason it doesn't rank higher on our list, I feel like, is because at the end of the day, it's tomato soup and grilled cheese. It's not particularly gourmet. We do think there are a lot of gourmet things or special things you can get here.
it's still though something about a chilly Epcot day and a nice warm tomato soup and grilled cheese. I think it's just
for aesthetic and for the line, I would give it a number. I would put it at 1. I mean, it's definitely the most popular thing here.
okay. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Oh, wow, I thought it was going to be ranked higher.
With love, like, because it is just grilled cheese, but I would get it again. I love it. It's hitting the spot. I like the can.
Especially since this festival takes place in the winter, I think this is like the perfect item to have. And you get to take a can home. All right, I'm gonna try the pimento one out. You ain't in Epcot if you're not eating on a trash can, right?
There's never any
I may have gotten trash can water on this, which is pretty disgusting.
Ew.
All right, I'm gonna try this without.
You didn't have to tell anyone that. I heard you're crisp. Mine was super buttery. Mine was still super delicious, but just, you know, it's standard grilled cheese. Yours is zhuzhed up.
The interior of this is much better. And it comes with a fried green tomato. Dip. Look at that. Gooey, wet, delicious.
I keep hearing your crunch.
That's the superior version. I'd give this one an 8. It's like very comforting. Crunchy bread. Nice flavor from the fried green tomato. Pimento cheese. Top of the standard cheese. Both are good, but I think that one's the superior one. Plus it's a bit different, right?
Yes.
All right, so our number 6 item takes us over to the Painted Panda. This is in the China Pavilion of World Showcase. This is the chicken shumai. I also do want to bring up that we are huge fans of the char siu pork bun that they also have here, but we didn't want to do another cop-out where we put 2 or 3 items on a list, so we decided we're only picking one thing from China. This is going to be it. They usually come on thicker cucumbers, right, Sam?
Yeah, this is General Tso's chicken, and yeah, usually it's like more sturdy. You used to be able to just like pick it up, but they gave us a very thin cucumber today.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the new standard or not. Maybe Disney's like, hey, we need to cut back shrinkflation, give them thinner cucumbers. Who knows? But let's see how this one is.
I really liked when it was a thick cucumber because you got the crunch and then you got the soft shumai.
That's what I'm missing is the crunch. That's a delicious spice, though, you get from a General Tso's.
The flavor is always on point with those.
Chicken is tender, falls apart in your mouth. It's still very good. I would give it a 7. I'd probably go 8 if I had the cucumber, thicker cucumber. But I'm still gonna go 7 with that. I think it's very good.
I feel like those are the cucumbers you put on your eyes.
And at number 5 definitely doesn't take us to Italy, but it does take us to America. We are at the artist table, and this is their hummingbird cake. It looks so much different than last year, right, Sam?
It does. Last year it was like rectangular and it wasn't like coated completely like the way it is now, but I dig it.
We liked last year's a lot, so hopefully this year's is just as good. What's in it?
So this is a banana and pecan cake dipped in cream cheese icing with caramel sauce and warm pineapple compote.
Well, let's see how it peels. It looks a little dry on there.
It's deconstructed now. Everything's on the side.
Let's see how it is.
It is a little bit dry, but because it has so much of this like cream cheese frosting, it helps with the moisture. I still think it's really good. It is pretty sweet, so if you don't like super sweet things, I wouldn't get this, but the banana cake is like heavenly. Cream cheese, sweet cream cheese frosting. There's a crunch from the pecans. Maybe get some of this pineapple. Still just really delightful flavors. I'm gonna go 7.
7, okay.
tiny bit too sweet to be higher than a 7, but still really good.
Okay, all right. Well, we're knocking it back down. We're going into number 4 now, so hopefully things start getting a lot better. I mean, everything's been really good so far. I'm not down anything we've had. All right, so our number 4 takes us over to Germany at Pastoral Palate. This is the Black Forest cake. We've enjoyed this every single year that we've had it. It's so good, so rich, so dark, bitter.
I think the Bavarian folks know what they're doing, because if you saw our Festival of the Holidays, everything from the Bavaria booth made the list.
That was like our number 1.
Yeah, I think this is just a great booth. So this has chocolate mousse with Morello cherries and chantilly cream. And it was under $5, so we love that.
Yeah. We're starting to get up to, I think, to the things that are pretty high quality on the list.
Oh yeah.
Look at how moist and rich that looks. We also do tend to skew our numbers higher for chocolate. We're a big fan of the chocolate flavor.
It's so good. So the bottom is like chocolate cake, and then it's chocolate mousse. It's so smooth, it's so dark, and the chocolate just goes so well with the cherry. And then a little sweetness from that chantilly cream. I think this is one of the best festival desserts. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Wow, so we're getting to the higher numbers now as far as like ratings go. All right, so we're back at Pastoral Palate for number 3.
You never left.
So we didn't want to do a cop-out for this one because we think both the items are so good they each deserve a number, each and of themselves. So our number 3 is the short rib from here. I feel like a lot of items at these booths can be hit or miss. They can be inconsistent.
Especially meat.
Yes.
You get a tough cut and it's over.
I've never had a tough cut of meat with this, so I'm gonna cut this down.
But it can happen.
Yes. All right, so you get some, is this potatoes, right?
Parsnip puree.
Oh, it's a puree.
And it's broccolini, baby tomatoes, balsamic glaze, and this is a red wine braised beef short rib.
Look at that steam, too. All right.
I smell it.
You don't even need a knife. The meat just falls apart. And then the tomato, like, explodes in your mouth with the juice. So the tomato flavor complements the already, like, moist, fall-apart nature of the meat. The puree, again, everything just kind of melts together in your mouth. It's so good. I would give this a 9 again. I mean, I can't imagine getting again, this is 9 for a mass-produced short rib. It's not 9 for like if I'm in a fine dining restaurant. Obviously, I'd have a bit higher of expectations there. But I can imagine a much better mass-produced short rib. This is delicious. It's fall apart. Sam, you really enjoy it too, right?
I do. I can't wait to have some.
Yeah, both these items, 9s, almost 10s. I'm not giving it a 10 because I do think there is a different universe where it could possibly be better. I can't imagine it being much better, so I'm going to stick with 9. All right, so our number 2 takes us to the Encanto Cocina. This is
the chorizo and potato empanada with turmeric aioli and annatto aioli.
Yeah, it's the last punch on our wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. So we'll be getting our completer after this before we check out our number 1 spot. These 1 and 2 were the hardest ones for us to pick, I think, right?
Yeah.
And the name of the booth is Vibrante.
Vibrante y Vivido.
So it's pretty much celebrates kind of Encanto a bit. Obviously very colorful. And what's in this, Sam?
Potato and chorizo.
Okay. Looks very crispy.
A lot of people really like this one.
Exterior is dry. I like the interior. I just got a little bite of the actual empanada part. Look at the steaming coming out. A little spicy. Got like a mustard aioli. What I could use on this particular batch is a bit more filling.
That looks pretty filled.
Yeah. I like the spices though. I like the flavor combination. The meat kind of melts apart. The chorizo and the potato just melt together very well. I can see why it's very popular. I think in hindsight, I would put our 4 and 3 above this, but I still think it stays in the top 5. We're gonna stick with our, obviously this is why we try these things. Sometimes they're not as good as we remember. I'm gonna go 7 for this. I don't think it's quite 8. I do think the other 2 things that we had previous, or the previous iterations we had of this are better, but that's why we do this. That's why we try the things as we count them down to see if they're consistently good. This is good, it's just we've had better iterations of it. All right, so we've completed the wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. See, it says complete. right there. You have to go to Deco Delights to be able to retrieve your completer prizes. The first of which is this cookie. It looks like an artist palette. It's basically just a sugar cookie with fondant, I think, on top. Not going to eat this now because it's packaged. You can bring it home, and I will bring it home because I've eaten way too much today. If you do want to see us review this, we will review it on our Instagram in our stories. We have a stories tab called Bed Reviews. We'll review this in the Bed Reviews tab or in our stories. Just check out our Instagram, which is the_theme_park_foodies. But
Rolls right off the tongue.
wish we can get rid of the underscores, but somebody has a theme park foodie's name, I guess. Anyway, you also get this collector cup and drink. I think this is a mixed berry smoothie, right, Sam?
I think it should berry and grape or...
Yeah, grape and mixed berry.
I wish it was like a celery cleanser.
It looks like it's going to taste pretty good. You can see them mixing the juices over there in the booth. And I do like how it kind of looks like it's a, paint. Squeeze it out into wonderful walk of colorful cuisine. This will be definitely sitting in our living room with our other completer prizes. So you see, I thought it was going to be a slushie, but it's definitely a smoothie. It's thick. She thick.
Do you like it thick?
I do. It's good. I mean, I guess it's like a consolation prize. I like the cup. It does taste more grape than the other berries, but I am tasting multiple berries, if that can make sense to anyone. When you drink it, if you drink it, you'll see what I mean. It's like a prominent grape flavor, but then like you swallow and you're like, oh, there's some berries in there. It's solid. I would like it maybe frozen a little bit more. Because of that, I'm gonna give it like a 5. Like I don't think it's like blow me away, given it's just like part of a completer prize that I got. I do think the cookie looks very nice though. I kind of feel bad about even eating this, but I'm excited to put this on our counter at home. All right, so our number 1 takes us kind of back to where we started, Sam. Cuisine Classique is kind of right before you get to the Odyssey. It's right behind the Creations gift shop. It's right in front of a giant kids playground, and it's home this year to the Beef Wellington, which is usually at Artist Table, right?
Yes, over in America.
We every year enjoy this. Now, I do think it's going to be a bit controversial that this is number 1 on our list, but this is our list. So I think I think some people feel like this can be inconsistent, but I've always had good iterations. How do you feel, Sam?
I think everything is inconsistent, to be honest.
Well, you got filet mignon surrounded in prosciutto. Then you have the puff pastry that's made in beef Wellington. It's cooked more than I would like. This is more of a medium well. I like it like medium rare. And then I believe this is like a red wine sauce. Okay, so let's try this out. I'm gonna cut this up. These are little potatoes right here, right? The turnip. And the prosciutto gives it like a nice flavor because it's like rounded in it. And then this gravy is so good. Turnip in here too, see that? That's 9.
I'm happy.
I would, well, the only way I could give that I would give it a 10 if it was cooked medium rare. Because it's medium well, I can't really give it a 10, but it's just so good. Like the puff pastry has this good like crispiness on the outside, interior wrapped in prosciutto, melts in your mouth. Very tender, well-cut filet mignon. The potatoes, the gravy, everything's just executed very well. I would like a little bit bigger. I would like it cooked a little bit less, but overall, I've never had a bad iteration of this. And every time Festival of the Arts comes around, what do I always say, Sam?
Beef Wellington.
Yes, I gotta get the beef Wellington. So, and I got it, and I'm happy that we did. So that rounds out our top 10. Tell us what you think in the comments below if maybe something that you really enjoyed wasn't on this list. I know a lot of people love the sushi donut. We weren't able to get to that one. I just didn't think it was quite there. Also, Japan's line I didn't feel like sitting in today. All right, so that does it for our top 10 returning favorite food items here at Epcot's Festival of the Holidays 2024. I think my number 1 is our number 1. I know you didn't have it because Sam had tapped out, I think, by number 3, right?
Sold me out. I couldn't do it.
It's a lot of food. It's a lot of food, and I could generally eat a bit more than Sam can. But I do think everything was great. I would switch up a few of the numbers based off of us just trying them out again. I think the hummingbird cake would go up a little bit, and I think I would bring the tomato soup maybe down to like 6 or 5. What do you think?
I agree. I think I would kick risotto off the list.
Really? And you put sushi donut on?
I don't know know what
Well, you don't like sushi.
I would have to, I would have to think about it, but I don't know the price. I don't know if it was always that price.
Okay.
But I just thought that was way too high.
I thought it tasted, to me, that when I had the risotto off camera, I would give it like a 7. I think.
No, taste-wise, I think it tastes very good, but you know, I like to look for things that have value, and I just think that was just too much.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I think $9.75 or something.
$9.75.
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot of money.
For no protein.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We do tend to rank protein, I feel like, in chocolate a bit higher. Like the Black Forest cake, man, was that so good. The bitter, sweetness in it, and that would definitely, and honestly, I would knock the empanada back too, maybe into like number 5, because that was definitely 2 and 3 was the.
Yeah, Germany was definitely should have been a little bit higher.
The short rib and the cake. They were so good, and the filet mignons. We like meat, we like sweet, chocolatey cakes. That's our flavor profile, and this is our top 10. If there was something that was not on the list, please just let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear it, we'd love to try it if we haven't had it. And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow and push this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm. Helps other people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notifications, that way you're notified every time the videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
To make the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. I rushed that last part a bit. So realized we were behind a photo op, or a photo op was behind us, and I didn't want to hold it up on anyone. I saw people looking to take pictures, so I rushed the ending. I do want to say we are extremely full, but I'm really happy we did it, because I don't know what other time we were going to have, Sam, in such a short festival to try all of our favorite things, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure though that I recommend that you try everything in a short time span, unless you have a lot of people to share it with.
Yeah, I would try probably your favorite, like 5 things if you're with someone. Oh, they're doing the imagination show. Gotta hop off before the copyright kicks in.
Figment needs his money.